Reports for Panorama earlier this week. He said Brexit was not the main reason for the problems, and other countries within the EU were all struggling with recruitment as well. Let's speak to Julia Bue-Said, CEO of Advantage Travel Partnership. That is the UK's largest independent travel agent group. Hi, Julia.
Good morning.
Looks like every which way you turn at the moment, you might have problems getting away this summer. It's not great, is it?
It's not great, but it's also worth putting into perspective that it's not every flight, not at every airport. I've actually just returned from a holiday in Turkey, through Stansted Airport, flew with Jet2, I have to say, and no problems whatsoever. So there are bottlenecks, clearly, but it's again, worth putting it into some context as well.
Staff shortages, though, are going to be an issue at the airports this summer, aren't they?
I think the reality is when you listen to what Michael O'Leary says, and let's not forget he runs one of the Europe's largest airlines. As a business leader, you have to, I have complete sympathy with what he's saying, and we can't ignore the fact that Brexit has taken out a significant portion of EU nationals, and that coupled with Brexit, we've got a scenario that we're seeing now with shortage of labour, and that's the reality.
Interesting as well, just looking at the Port of Dover statement around the difficulties there. They also mentioned Brexit. So they say, we are deeply frustrated that the resource at the French border overnight and early this morning has been woefully inadequate to meet our predicted demand. Knowing we are in a new world of post-Brexit and COVID checks, the Port of Dover has increased French border control booths by 50% as an interim measure for the summer and has improved traffic systems to build resilience and capacity. Regrettably, though, the resource from the other side has been insufficient and has fallen far short of what's required. But they do sort of seem to nod that, well, Brexit and COVID have added complications to the whole travelling process.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think that's the point. You cannot ignore that. And I know if it was Brexit on its own, obviously we don't know what that would look like. Coupled with the pandemic, it's created a real void. Something like 200,000 EU nationals, left the UK in the last couple of years. So that's a significant pool of talent when we're all really stretched for talent.
Yeah. The argument is all these different bodies, whether you're travelling by ferry, airports, whatever, need to improve their offer to workers. They need to improve pay. They need to improve conditions. And doing that for British workers would bring the staff in, but also, skill up workers and make those jobs more attractive, which overall would be a good thing. Do you buy that argument?
I do. And I think as a long-term strategy, you'd absolutely see that as a real, sensible solution for the UK, building resilience long-term from UK workers. But we're at a point where right now today, the issues are what they are. We were talking to government, airlines were talking to government back in June about visa issues. So this is not something that has just hit the industry and hit the, UK by surprise. We've known that these issues were coming along. So long-term, absolutely, long-term strategy absolutely makes sense. But in the short term, what are those issues that need to be sorted today? And what are the pragmatic solutions that government can help industry with?
So you think the government should allow short-term flexibility on visas for people coming to work in the travel industry?
I think when you listen to a business leader like Michael O'Leary and he's running a successful airline and he's telling you what the government should be doing, I think we have a duty to listen to that, yes.
Thank you very much, Julia Bue-Said, CEO of Advantage Travel Partnership.